bugs in the chat. Okay. Let's connect to that. Connect to the same. Oh yeah. Okay. So I might as well just start. 2 questions DXD. Which game did you want analyzed? I don't think it would. I don't think you mind too much, honestly. But I'll just ask anyways. Do you want the salesman match or the fix specialist match? Okay. The second question is, do you have like any questions? Like in general, like I don't know what this character does, or more importantly, are you sticking to jam type thing, or you know, like are you going to be sticking to the jam? Do you want me to be a bit more general in answering questions, or do you have more like something specific, like what do I kind of want from that pressure? What do I expect? Stuff like that. Any type of question like that. Yeah, I always walk clean. Oh no, I don't always walk clean after jump D. Sometimes I don't walk clean in the corner after Shinkiro, because then I can let them drop and I can hop up on the wall and I do left right shit. And I always try to jump install. I don't know, if you're talking neutral jump install, I don't always know. That's something I should be doing, but I don't do it. Which is jump install and neutral. Jump install and neutral SH teleports. I can do it. I just don't do it because it's, I don't know, bad. Okay, well, let's do things. Let's look at your game and salesman. Let's have a little look-see. Alright. So, starting off, a bit of a intent. I don't know, that can work, something like that, but it's a bit high risk because you are punishable after that. Just a sec. What happened here? You did 6H, you didn't do buff ball after it. Get thrown because you're too close. You know stuff. Yeah. Oh my god, that's when I moved this scene a little bit. I remember. This is weird. Okay. I'm just looking like just for any general. I'm just gonna give it a quick look just so I can see general things. That's okay. That's a little less okay. Oh dear. Blocking, yep, stroke. I didn't think that would work, but okay. And that's just happening. Okay. I think I'll just go more from a basic start with Jam and try to explain certain things. So, let's start off with neutral for Jam. So, Jam neutral, she's more of a bulldog. Like, she has very short range normals, but most of her stuff will be coming from a bulldog and shit like 6H or jump H. These are very good normals. Just says like fast slash and shit. But yeah. I know that has to be counted, don't worry. I'm just showing a lot of things like pokes. So if I go over our normals, the normals are really going to be like 6H. And it's obviously the first big normal. You got like Virus. Virus is alright. Got some good range. You can see it. And if it's canning, you can do stuff like this. Or you can just reset off it like this. 2D is an okay pick as well, I guess. This will just have like raw puffball, stuff like this. Stuff like that. The thing with Jam is in neutral, she has like she has a lot of can hit potential as well. So for example, stuff like that will work. I think it's only one. Yeah. She also has the counter here. She also counting some other stuff, like if she's got a card charged up. Stuff like that. In general, Jam neutral is more about like bulldogging with normals like this. And there's just times where you just run in because her run speed is really fast. Sorry, my brother's being a bit loud in the background. Then you got what's her name? You also might, you know, YC and Dragon Kick or something. So I'll probably show a bit more in the video or in the review when I show you when I compare it. But I'll just go quickly over pressure. So actually I'll go over a combo. So the most important thing with a combo for Jam is getting card knockdown or just getting a card. So most of the time when she gets like stuff like this doesn't actually knock down. If you notice. If you got a card, even that one shouldn't. I think if you're yeah. Yeah, so that one went knocked down. But then if you charge up a card, it's gonna have full knockdown. Usually that would work. Anyways. But yeah, this stuff gets full knockdown when it's carded. So generally what you want to do is like a simple combo like this. And you do a card. And from here you can do stuff like this. I'm messing up the time a bit. There's like an example of a combo. And then you'll do you can do more damage, or you can just summon a card and do something like that, you know. There's also other knockdowns where okay. So I'm not like I'm not doing my combos too well at the moment, but yeah, you're just gonna be getting a card knocked down like that, and you'll be running it over and over again. But cards are very important. You want to get your knockdown off card. You can get it off. Can't exactly get it off here because it doesn't do full knockdown, but you'll do something like this. Like that's an all knockdown. But then you won't be able to choose your card after that. But generally you want to try to get your card after that. But you get more like extended combos where you know you get the these type of loops. I'll show you like a more advanced combo if I can remember it. I'm trying to remember what it was. Let's do this one. Stuff like that. But there's a lot of situational combos like that. But you'll be doing stuff like that where you continue to juggle off it. Yeah, those are all very character specific. Anyways, so now you kind of like understand like for a for a combo like a simple one, when you know you start with 5k, you do that, and you get knocked down with that. You can just do that. Doesn't really matter as long as you get a knockdown in the end. Now for pressure. This regards a bit interesting. So Jam has really, really fast walk speed, so she can do stuff like this. Also, like, throw ranges are really short in this game, but because she has a 6H, spread throw, kind of carries it a little bit. She has more range on it. Like this would whiff normally. If I do a back throw here. whip, but if I do a forward throw. Whiff. Okay, no. Yeah, so it's a bit more range on a forward throw. So she'll do stuff like this, where she'll, you know, turn off counter. She can walk up and do this. She can dash. And she can for a throw. So you can do a lot of that. You can also do like stuff like this. Like if I get them to block. Stuff like that. You could also do like this. Like that. But yeah, 5k is a very, very good button. Virus is pretty good because, like I mentioned, you can IAD off it. 2D is also a pretty good poke because let's just say you do this, do that. Do that over and over again. You got your 6H for a buff ball. Most of these can, like, there's a gap here as well. It's kind of hard for her to deal with it on some blocks. You can just literally just like do this over and over. Stuff like that. Also, you can get like a you can do stuff like that. We get a card and a knockdown off that. But yeah, generally, so during your pressure, what you'll be doing is you'll be using this to get a knockdown. But sometimes you'll just, you'll just get something like this. It's a body lightweight, so it's a bit more annoying. What about this? You'll touch up a card, then you'll do, your Oki again, something like that. Obviously there's better combos, but it's lightweight and I'm not gonna really practice. I'm not really gonna show you how to do a lightweight combo. Alright, so you have your pressure with 5k. It's really good. You can also look at bust and see the frames in the buttons. Like I also like I might as well mention like 2H can be beaten by instant block. And they can throw in between it. But you can just do TD and just jump up with stuff like this. A lot of stuff you can do like that. Hey, also, if you do have meter, you can do stuff like this. Just, yep. Okay, so now more importantly, another thing with pressure is you could you jump to K. Good thing about this is it's an instant high. And you just do this. And you just get a stuff like that. So it's a very useful. So a jump to K is really useful. Just got to be mindful that if you do it too high, if it gets blocked, like too high, without RC, it is punishable by throw. You also have your Geki's move there, which you can combo. It's a bit hard to combo. Stuff like that. And then another trick, which I'll try to show properly, is this trick. That. So usually what's happening there is I'm doing this, but before this comes out, before this part comes out, I'm doing I'm cancelling it, so I'm kind of, you'll see it in the top left. You gotta kind of delay it a tiny bit. You can't just smash it because it really just won't come out. Yeah, it's like it's an example of opening up people. So you're doing your pressure, and then you do get into the overhead. And then if you have it carded, you know, it's better obviously. I also should mention your other follow-ups. The K follow-up to this is more of a frame champ button. So what they can do is they can, you know, they might try to press a button before your puffball comes out or something. So you sit with that. But you're very unsafe, and the only thing you can cancel it for is like something like this. So you have to, like, you know, RC it. But it staggers on counter hit, it's very good. But it's more of a read thing, honestly. You also have this. And most of the time, this is more of like a, you know, gimmick type tool. Because as soon as they see it, they'll just throw you. They should just smash you out. Remember that. So yeah. Anything else? I mean, you also have stuff like, you have other gimmicky shit like this. Yeah, I wouldn't really do stuff like this. I just keep it on powerful. You can do stuff like that. You can also, you know, do stuff like that. And then like extend a lot of pressure, stuff like that. I think is that all the follow-ups? Yep. Last thing which I kind of forgot to mention. Oh, I also forgot to mention anti-airs. So her anti-airs are generally, she can 6p, her 6p is okay. But her jump H is really good. Like look how far, I can do 2 in the air. It's that fast, like the recovery is so fast. That you could just, you know, you can do this and then it's hard for them to punish. You just grab them. You can air throw. Air throw is really good for jam. Other types of anti-airs, I guess 5p is sort of okay. Also rising buttons, but yeah, just jump H. Jump H and go for an air throw. Give there. I'm assuming with that, if you actually get them, then air throw. Yeah, just jump H and then go for a throw every time. Most of the time, it's really good. You can also 6p, and if you do 6p, you'll be doing something like this. Some of that, maybe you can do something like this. You could. I wouldn't try to do something like that. I just, you know, something like that. I covered everything. Jam can be a simple character to play because her neutral can be very bulldoggy. The combos are a bit too much to talk about, but they can kind of come down to just get card, just get a knockdown with card, a simple knockdown, and then you could do it with card like an S series combo and then use a card move and then land and then do another card. Or you can, you know, go to 2D and then do cards, stuff like that. Anti-airs are kind of simple. The jump H is very good. She's very good in the air. Like I mentioned, like her walk speed is really good, so she can just walk up and keep doing this. I do jump H is very good. It's very hard to stop moves like this. Also has puffball. Puffball is very dominating. She's low profiling during this move. During the first part of this move. Do stuff like that. Puffball. Chase it down. Because you are plus on the puffball. So I'm gonna watch it again. The match again. I'm gonna kind of explain more in depth what shit's going on. Then I'll wait if you have any questions, then I might try to explain a bit more. Yeah, so round start example, round start can be a little bit questionable against, you know, but a round start with this, I wouldn't round start command grab, command dash. I would do something like 6H or a backdash is really good. You could backdash 6H, you could backdash command dash. You could IAD at her, IAD jump H. What else stuff you can do? every time you do 6H, you should always try to go into puffball to keep yourself safe. And it's basically your only move that's gonna, like, you know, it's your only special move that's gonna allow you to keep yourself safe. So the 6H would go into puffball, and then you'd combo off it and go to the wall. If you're in a situation like this is where jump 2K is very useful, because you're airborne and it will beat out, you know, if you do it really low, it'll beat out a wake up throw. You won't be able to combo off it, but it's just situations like this where you can, you know, beat them out mashing throw. You could also just IAD jump H or something. Like if you're here, you could just IAD jump H and then, like in this situation, you know, you get 6H, you get here, and IAD, and they try to mash throw and you just destroy them, or you just... Oops. Yeah. Stuff like that. Round start 6H is very fun. It can work. It's pretty good. It's very good. Also, round start Fire Ice could also work. Yeah. So there's general Eno stuff. So when she's doing this, generally it's a safe jump. She didn't do a safe jump this time, but what's going to happen is she's either going to do a high-low here. She's going to go high, or she's going to drop and go low. So generally you want to try to block high and then low if you can, because it's a lot harder for Eno to confirm off a low into a combo. She kind of has to autopilot the combo a little bit and do less damage, but if she does a high, she can confirm into a better combo and it's a bit more scary. So that's why I like to block high up more often than not. That, I don't think that was throwable, so that was okay. That was a bit too far. After blocking that, you could 6H here. I'll show you an example of that. This is what you could have done. Maybe you can't 6H that. Very good under. No counter. No. You could do something like that, which is gonna, you know, spam it. No, can't hit. It's a bit hard to 6H this. So could also stuff like that. Oh, I also forgot to mention a super after you get a knockdown. After you get a knockdown, you could use her super. Okay. So your plus after this, there's two things. First of all, your plus, your invul, and it's got really long startup. So let's just say I do this. say I like do this. It doesn't even have to be meaty. It can be just as they wake up. Because you're involved during that. So if they whiff a throw, trying to throw you, you're just gonna like rock them. If they try to do a reversal, you're probably gonna win. Because the puffball's so active. And if you do combo off it, like you can't combo off it. It's kind of hard. You have to use 5K. Stuff like that. But it's a very good meaty tool. Because they'll be trying to like press, if they press a button, they like take shit tons of damage. If they try to throw you, the invul will like, you know, destroy you. So you'll be like, oh, yeah. Get hit by that. No. Alright. Hate this. Let's go with a salesman. So what happened there? So this is kind of what I was saying. Like, I like to block high because if they're low, it's a big commitment. So if he does a low here, he has to basically hit confirm that into 6B, and that kind of ends his combo prematurely. Like you can't really jump cancel or extend pressure after that. Because he can't 2-button hit confirm that. He's got to 1-button that, or he's got to, you know, IAD. Or he's got to jump cancel. See, that was a, I don't know how you mashed that out. You just took, yeah, generally you have to take all those, you have to block all those hits, she runs Oki. I think Salesman messed up. You got a 2S. So from here I would do, I'm surprised it also counted, but you would probably dash up 5k 2D. I wouldn't even, maybe you could try to do a fire S or do a close S, but just do 5k close S fire S 2D and then get your card, because you need a card. I think I should also mention in this matchup, there's actually a whole lot, another thing to mention, actually. So, when I mentioned before that Jam wants to, you know, go in, she wants to be a bulldog, IAD, and do stuff like this. Just dash in, just walk in, you know, stuff like that. The other flip side of the coin is she can just do this. She doesn't have to do anything. She get cards. And generally, oh, I might also mention the cards. So, if I had to rate the cards, her DP, I think it's H. Her DP is probably the least useful card. The only time it's useful is like something like this. If I can do it properly. I didn't do it properly. I need to put this on my lap. This. Okay. Basically, it's like a cross-up DP. And because you're moving, where you're air dashing, you're mid-air dash, you're not gonna, you're gonna stand still so you can combo off it. Stuff like that. That's only when it's really useful. I'm also mentioning that her DP isn't like a true DP. It doesn't have invul all the way to active frames, so generally it's gonna trade. Unless the other move that is versing is unless the other move is like got invul frames of its own, it's probably gonna trade. So it's not exactly the best DP. You can't cancel that. Oh, yes. Her other moves, you know, she's got her axe kick. So generally her DP doesn't matter if it's air or ground. Her axe kick is a bit, it drops a bit faster. See if I do stuff like this. Like it raises a little bit, but if you're after an air dash and stuff like that. Like that. If you do a fast air dash, you could it'll drop like this. But apart from that, it's gonna it's gonna do a bit of a leap thing. But in general, you want to be in the air. You do it. Oh, you don't want to be in the air. You want to be on the ground, or if you're in the air, you want to be doing a dream combo, or you want to have that dash momentum type thing. And last one, the drag kick. So on the ground, it's pretty good, but the thing is, in the air, it's faster, and it's like 4 frames. So if you have this fully charged bad boy up, you know, you can just be like, oh, fuck projectiles type thing. Just TK it. It's like super fast compared to just that. It's a bit slack. It's got more startup on the ground. And then if you got counter hit, like a counter hit, they're trying to like throw projectiles or some shit. I guess the wall bounces in the corner. You got the big one. Big damage off that. It's already like sorry. It's already like 53 damage or whatever. And when full his card it's just 116 damage. I guess you get more of a follow-up when it's grounded compared to air. I think it's a bit easier to land on the ground. But yeah, if you just charge this up to max. Yeah, big damage. Example. Alright. So what should have happened here, this combo? You fight. First of all, 5H is combo filler. 5H and 2H should be combo filler. They're not really good neutral tools. So what you should have done here is like 5k 2D, 5k 2D into card. In my opinion, just get a card up, get your flip kick. I think if I had to rate the cards, I'd rate axe kick. It depends on the matchup. I probably would never. I'd never put a card into DP. It's pretty useless. Max charge dragon kick is pretty good because you saw it as a neutral and the amount of damage. And then you've got the axe kick, which I think if you put one card in, you can just loop over and over, and you can get big damage off it, or you can just get that knockdown, and then you can also unlock like a stronger overhead option with this. That's even faster and it's harder to deal with. So that's why I think this one is better to start off with, but you know, just say you're doing a combo, you want to knock down like that, you can do it again. Again and again and again. But yeah, I think I like axe kick a bit more. I mean, you also have like this instant thing. Like we got fastest thing is if you do it. Man dash. Woof, fast. That's so fast, holy shit. Oh, I should also mention that, you know, this is a low. This is a low, so if you're doing this mix up, then the low option would be that. And then you would go into the flip kick after that, and you'd combo or something. Alright, so yeah. I would have done 5k 2D card, but you did 5H in a dragon, probably try not to do that. Get some damage. Yeah. You try to dash in, but I think you could do dashing normals, so you did a normal bit too late here, but you do have to understand that you do have dash momentum from normals, so for example, I can like slide into range. I do it like that, yeah? I don't have to go like this, I don't have to do that, I can just do that. I'm at a very good range, so I can, you know, do stuff like that. That was actually kind of scary. You need to kind of block high. I always try to block high and then go to low. Like he could have hit you with a high there, you wouldn't have been able to react. I don't know what he's doing now, but you get hit by a high. Yeah. You also have a lot of meter, so are you doing FT? You're not really doing much FT. I don't think you're doing FT. So what you can do, when you're in situations like this, you could FT to push her out if you're blocking everything. Like you could block a lot of her stuff and then you can push her out FT. But if you don't want to deal with shit, like especially after like VCL, you could just dead angle. So you can just do stuff like this. Just, you know, dead angle her off. You could FD her out, you could try to do what's up, but just if you have meter and you want to get her off, you could just dead angle. Because her shit's really hard. If I had to explain Ino, she wants to get knocked down, she wants to get in, she doesn't have the best neutral tools, but when she's in, she's really scary. So spending 50 meter or a burst just to get her off is okay. And since you have like a lot of meter, like you had more than 50 meter, just getting her off wouldn't be a bad idea. Obviously they can bait it, so you can't use it all the time. But just using it in situations where you have a lot of meter like this is fine. You're a little bit sick. Oh no. Oh no. See, the situation of this, if you did a backdash in the 6H, you probably would have caught this. I mean, you backdashed anyways, which is kind of cool. Need 2H, so not the best back in normal. That's cool. I think you should have gone on a puffball, honestly, instead of low, because low you're still minus on hit. I mean, you got that, which is like kind of cool. Did you try to jump? Huh. I think you tried a VCL and you just counter hit her after that. Yeah, so if you had a card here, you probably could have done like after that 2S. Because 2S isn't, I wouldn't Gatling after 2S. 2S isn't like, if you're going to Gatling, do it after Glow Slash. But if you're going to, I wouldn't Gatling after 2S, because 2S is, you know, frame cap button. You know, stuff like that. So if I had to replicate that situation that you were in, this is probably what I would have done. There's two, you could do two things. Do something like that, or you could something like that, or you could do something more advanced, which is like something like that. Advanced, but yeah. But just trying to. There's some buttons you want a Gatling off and some you don't. Like if let me just do some research for you right now. Bring up Leal Dust Loop. Jam. So you got 5Ks plus 2. Yeah, 2S is 0, but it's got a very fast startup. It's a very good frame trap normal. So you don't really need to Gatling it. 0 is neutral. So just an example of what you can do if you want to like do stuff after 2S, if it gets blocked. Say this happens, you do that. You do stuff like this. You know, you'll be like 2S and then you know. Like that. You can frame trap a lot. An example of something you can do there as a frame trap. Wait, did I show the screen? Oh, yeah. There's something you can do is you just get to and show the screen there. So you'll do 2S and you can go into 5K. Now you plus 2 and then you walk up and do it again. So if you like stuff like that. Yeah, she's got really fast normals. Like I think that's a 5 frame normal. I think 5K is a 5 frame normal. 4 frame. So basically after 0, after 2S, they have to mash out another 4 frame normal to beat you. But 5K is a pretty dominant normal, so you can keep yourself safe and continue pressure after 2S. Stuff like that. It's very useful. Yes, yeah. So that was a bit awkward, and it gets awkward. Sorry. Yeah. So as soon as this happened, like I try to let it drop. Maybe do a card charge. Probably just chill. So you really should have teched by this point. You would have also wanted to have had a card just so you can get a knockdown. Then you try to do a charge and just get thrown. Yeah. I don't know what this was. This is a 5D. Yeah, you tried a 5D. Just get this right. Maybe try to reversal D super. Remember that you do have burst. Because a situation like this, if she does open you up, maybe not after that, like after something a bit more meaty. Yep, strike. Like that, I would burst that. Yep. Something like this, I'd burst. Yeah, my microphone just exploded. Damn. Something like this, I'd burst. This. It's like shit. If this hits, she's going to do like a lot of damage. So yeah, that's a very good point to burst. Because there's a lot of meter you can FD her out, you can what's her name? You can dead angle. You do still have burst, you haven't really used burst yet. Where's it starting to go? Jeez. That was mudgeable as hell. This is weird. So after that, you should have done like obviously you could do like a combo that gets a knockdown after that flip kick, the Dex kick, or you could just do O/2H into parry follow-ups. You just do like that, just get knocked down like that, and then you can run of a card. You can't really get a media out of a card, or else you'll be. You'll be kind of minus, so she can't take a turn back after you do that. You just kind of need a knockdown, honestly. You have so much meter. Something like this, there's a situation here like you could use, like it's also alright to use meter. She's Jam meter wise, she's not too meter hungry. Oh, she's okay-ish meter hungry. Like there, a lot of shit gets opened up as soon as she uses meter. But something like this, she could VCL. She could Dragon Kick RC. So what you've done here, what you could have done here is you could have done this. And I mean that's if they get hit. But if they block, then you just you get free pressure. Because you can do delay air dash. So you can go low. Also stuff like this where you can can't remember what it was. That's not it. But yeah, you could very much, you do mix up with that because you have a lot of meter for RC. Yeah. I was saying you definitely use don't like splurge on it. Like you don't want to splurge too much on like RCs and YRCs, but if you have more than 50 meter, that's like the time to start using meter. You really don't want to have more than 50 meter. Like you can do so much at 50 meter. You can do stuff like this. Be like, what? Let's just say they do something punishable, and you want to take it. You want to like punish them for it. You can just stuff like that. Yes. It's really good. The meter is definitely very useful. I mean, the main uses for meter is going to be this. The first main use. The second use would be something like you do stuff like this. You could do some hit and block. You can relate air dash type thing. You can do this and go low. Do this with YSC. Go high. C and go low. don't think you can air dash after it. It's a bit hard. Yeah, your puffball super. Very good. Need RC that. Keep other stuff safe. You can keep this safe. You can send pressure off this and be like, keep taking my turn type thing. Not too much after that. You have to. I'll show you some top jams and you can like learn from them. Let's continue. So you definitely should have punched this. Then you should have punished this. He can't be allowed to get away with that. I think that's like a Fire S punish type situation. This is what he basically did. Probably do that. XP. Yeah, Jam doesn't have the best, like, unless she's in Fire S range, she doesn't have like instant normals that can punish situations like that, so that's like a bit unfortunate. Like most of the characters just like press Fire S or 2S and interrupt that very easily. That's a bit unfortunate there for Jam. But yeah, I would probably have IAD just to get over this. I don't think you could punish it, but you could definitely IAD and get on top of her and take your turn. Instead of having to block all this and then blocking the mix-up. You also... That was not a throw. From here, you could throw if she... I don't know, usually Inos will do a hover, so the throw will whiff, but in this situation, you just did a raw 5D in front of your face, so a throw would have worked here. So a wake up 2H was not the best. And the 2H did connect, that 2H should have gone into 2D knockdown. I think I'm going to watch the rest of this, and then we'll watch a bit of Nagato, and then I might have to call it. Unless Azerothian's here. I think if Azerothian's here, I'll do his if he wants it, but I might just do DXD and Nagato for now. A little bit of the weather. So you do round start 6 HP, then you don't cancel on a puffball, so that's a bit... Yeah, that's a bit questionable. You should definitely try to cancel on the puffball. That HCL, Chemical Love, this projectile thing, you can't crouch under it and punish her for it. They should be trying to block that and then trying to take a turn back. Also, he doesn't have the best anti-air control. It's okay, but it's not the best. So I-80 jump H should be very hard for a Nino to do with. Oof. See, this is good here because you crouched under this, then you plunge through the fire. So what you could have done is an I-80 into an air combo. So that's something good there. Buff ball, I think minus after this H. You're +3. So that's very good. This might have been a misinput. You could try to do 2k, but you tapped it twice. You tapped down twice, I'm pretty sure. You got the dragon kick. In general, you don't need to like press down twice, honestly. You don't really need 2Ks. Like 5K is already good enough normal. You don't really need to do something. You can do stuff like this. But 5K is already like a very fast normal. Honestly, this would be like a delay. Delay like that. To try to catch some jumping, but generally they're not going to be jumping. Because 5K is very good. You could do stuff like this. Examples of that. Remember that when you're this far, when you're a bit too far, when you're far away. Also, he let you get away with that card. And then you do it again. I don't know what happened here. You be careful with your inputs. I think you try to press 2S and you just press it again. Yep. So all those are low, so you gotta block all that low. You'll be able to tell if it's an overhead because you'll do the flight thing and do it normal. Like that. That's when it's a high. I think she's trying to throw you, but you can basically throw her. Good block. Try not to use 5D is not 5D as an Oki tool isn't too bad. Like 5D as a mix-up tool isn't too bad. Her jump 2k is better as an overhead, but you can definitely do stuff like this. She's very safe after it, and she has good reward. It's not bad. Unfortunately, a lot of this comes down to just knowing how to block a lot of Eno shit. But a lot of this can also be mitigated by, you know, using your resources properly, like playing neutral better, using your burst, because you haven't used your burst much at all. And there are a lot of situations where you want to burst just to get out of a bad situation, reset back to neutral, and then try to win neutral. But you haven't really bursted at all. Burst is a very strong tool. Like, you could have so many more options, more chances at winning neutral. You go out there, then you do 2H, she's probably going to press the normal. You press 2H again. Oh god. Yep, hit high. Sex hick. Yeah, you're summoning too much, I think. You need to find ways to get these knockdowns, and then you can summon or something, or you can just go. You can run back a bit, and you can get a card. I also feel like there's a combination of just some misinputs. You try to convert in some situations when you couldn't. Like, unfortunately, the way GMs are gonna be in situations like that, it's very hard for her to get a knockdown without a card in the air. So you know. Shouldn't be able to knock down, so she'll just do a bunch of damage like that. We set back to neutral. If you do have like a card, then you're gonna knock down from that. Then you're able to do it over and over again, which is why cards are very important. But I might as well just ask DXT, do you have any questions? I can explain certain things a bit more. I feel like I've been too insightful at them today. I'm not feeling the best. I don't want to look at what's the name? I want to look at stories, but I'm gonna finish this. You hear DXT? Alright. So DXT is out of the building because I think his net's not the best, but he's happy with the review. So we're gonna move on to Nagato now. Probably gonna move on to when Nagato loses to Azerothian. Are you here, Nagato?
Soul versus Sting. Get ready to rock.
Alright. So first of all, two questions basically. First of all, do you have any questions that you want me to answer? And second of all, do you want me to be critical, or do you want me to like help you with your questionable playstyle? Or are you kind of happy with that? Because I do feel like there are some things I could say about that. I don't know if you're happy with how you're playing or not. I don't want to like be a dead horse. This is why I don't really like try to analyze you before, but I don't know if you like want to reduce it or you're fine with it or whatever. So I will basically tell you that I will start from the beginning and say that your moves like Riot Stamp, Grand Viper, Break should probably really get rid of. Like, right, you should try to reduce it, not use it for a bit, for like a while. Definitely. I mean, if you want to play like that, you can, but it's unfortunate that that's not going to work against better players, and they're going to blow you up for doing those moves. Anyways, review. Yeah, so round start. Round start, I think the best thing you can, the best normal you can do, you don't need a Grand Viper. I think round start, one of your best normals you can do is a bit of a guessing game. I'll do this. Try this. So I don't think there's much. I don't think 2D is useful. Forest winner against everything. So Forest seems. I think Forest is gonna win against everything. Don't even win. That's a trade, that's good enough. That will lose. Maybe not. So yeah, I think round start Forest is probably going to be winning most of the time unless I do 2D or 6B, but 6B is a fine trade. So I think Forest is like a perfectly fine round start just to get you started. So you don't really need a Grand Viper that. You do Grand Viper. Here's my first critic. So if you're going to do Grand Viper or any other type of knockdown, I want to see this from every Soul player, but I need to see them do a safe jump. I need to see a safe jump. It's a bit harder to time. See. You really need a time to say if you want to get safe reckless side, do a safe jump. Because from here you can do it. They can't do a DP, you can get a box string going, you can be like, they can't deep through any of this. You can go for your command grab or something like that. But I really need to see a safe jump from. Okay. So off your main knockdown is going to be this, either like a 2D into it. Sinner's slow wake up, so you have to time it. That is. Oops. You have the DP. meaty. You have your Grand Viper. And the meaty. Okay, so that, now you've established a meaty. After all of those, you can do high-lows. More commonly after like 2D and Mount Roll. You can do this. The old mix-up, which is go low or delay high. Something like that. You also do jump in. But yeah, that's your high-low. Do a high-low after that. So you can do a safe jump, or you can do a high-low. Thing is, the high-low can be beaten if they do OSs, but no one's really going to do an OS against you, so you don't worry too much. But you can kind of just Oki them to death by doing high-lows. There you go. Right. So obviously you want a safe jump here. Another thing is, Sol 5D is probably the worst dust in the game. I don't think it's even in my opinion. I think everyone could agree that Sol 5D is the worst in the game. So using it at all is really bad, and trying to use it as a meaty is even worse, because it's what you can do. So try to never use Sol 5D ever. It's not a good normal. It's a very bad one. Try not to use it. You get an air series, I guess, which is alright. Get knocked down. Maybe you could do a safe jump here. Instead, you do a meaty 2D. He can throw this, by the way. This is why safe jump is good, because they can't throw you. You get them in block stun, you can do stuff off it. You could throw all of this. If you do a safe jump or high low after that. Oh, no, I did mention DP follow-up. Yeah, I did mention the DP knockdown follow-up, so you can do something like that. So make sure you're doing a safe jump. I want to always see. I need to see a safe jump after those knockdowns. If you really want to move forward, you need to do safe jumps. After the 2D, after the bent revolver, after this, after Grand Viper, you need a knockdown. You can also. It's a bit hard to do it after a 6 stage. You kind of do it. If you do this one, and you can sort of do a safe jump with that. Ah. I also mentioned there is one other option. So the way to beat the OS is to do this, the 6B6H OS, which throws if they land, and anti-airs if they late air dash. But what you can do to beat that is to do this. You won't have to do that for a while. It's just mash P. It's very hard to anti-air this. It gets you down safe, and it's really good. Stuff like that. It catches backdash and shit. It's really good. Alright, so the next issue I see this a lot from you, is you do a wild throw and you don't do the right combo off it. So first of all, in this situation, what you should have done is this. Good. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my lap so I can get the combo. That's the first thing. You know how to cross the dock. You also don't have to like hold down the dash. You can just tap it once. Like, look, I just tap dash once. I'm perfectly distanced. Second of all, if you're mid-screen, what you need to be doing is delay the 2H a lot more. Like that. Because this is what you're doing. Don't do that. You can wait, because look at this. This fully knocks down. You have all the time in the world. You can do this. Look how much time you got. Just wait a little bit longer. Get knocked down that way. I think it's important for you to try to get the micro dash. Just a sec. It's really important for you to get the micro dash because it gets you the damage for this. It makes you wild very strong. Yeah. I swear I can't do this. Table. You basically do like 160 damage command grab. And you get lots of meter and you get, you get a combo and all that. So it's very important to do that. Also, if you're doing this, you take them out of the combo. So that's not a good thing. Yeah, make sure you get the micro dash down. Remember, you can just tap it like this. You can just tap it once. You don't have to hold it, just tap. And you have all the time in the world. So you should try to be practicing that. But if you're not going to do the micro dash, just say you're in the corner sub, or like your mid screen, delay it. Delay the 2H. So yeah, you should have done a micro dash there. You can even do micro dash 2H into like an air series. You don't need to do jump D from there. So 2P gunflame is questionable. I feel like 2P you're already plus after 2P. Like, all right. So what was this? What do you think this gunflame was, Legato, after 2P? Like, what do you think? What was the point of the gunflame after that? It's not a rhetorical question. I'm actually asking. I don't know, maybe you're okay, but so after 2P like this, there are many options you can do. Like there's soul pressure is like extensive as hell. So after this, if you do a gunflame, this is a bit. The only reason this would work is to catch like a poke, maybe. I don't know. If you really want to catch something, you could do this. You can do this. Preferably 6B. It can be like frame trap 6B. If you really want to do something, frame trap 6B. Remember that you are +2 after this. Ugh. Alright. So yeah, the gunflame is a bit questionable. You don't really need to do gunflame after this. Gunflame's more of a look. This is minus. I think you need to understand that this is minus. This is actually punishable in minus. So you don't want to do a point blank. This is where it's better, where it's a lot further away. So doing it that close is very not good. Instead, what you want to be doing if you want to, if you want to stop them, you want to trap them, you do 6p. Be like 6p, or you can do 6h. If you're really feeling frisky, 6h can is like the goat. You can also do like a Kanye in 2D. The 2D like going through a lot of some pokes, some mashing. You'll beat out a lot of stuff. It's very fast. Yeah, Kanye at 6p, Kanye at 2D, Gunflame, Kanye at 6h, stuff you want. Keeping it Kanye at 2s. But yeah, definitely after this, if you're gonna do a lot of like 2p pressure, you got your command guy off there. Use your frame trap if they're trying to poke out, or you can restart pressure with 5k. Like let's say they're jumping out for 2p, you'd be like chasing down. You can just do a block string into 2s, which is another good long range normal. And it's also plus. Stuff you can do there. Yeah, definitely try to avoid a gunframe in situation. Like, there's so much more you can do. If you want to frame trap, use 6p. If you don't, if you're not aiming to frame trap, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Yeah, I guess gets blocked, and you try to do something, you just do S's. That's, yeah, because that's the first hit, so you're minus here. Then you 2s, beat driver just kind of destroys you, gets you whoop, Jesus Christ. Good options. You also need to not waste your opportunities getting onto a Sin. Like, Soul vs Sin is probably the hardest matchup for Soul. So whenever you're outside of far S range, now you gotta like work your way back in, it's really hard. And doing stuff like Grand Viper, yeah. So in this situation, what happened is, like, he whiffs a button. Like, you could literally do far S, or you could do dash up 6p or dash up 2D. Like, if you want to play neutral, there's more sane, safe options that are much better than just a Grand Viper. Is he blocking? Yep. So instead of just doing a Grand Viper, here's some other options you could do. You could just do far S. You could dash up far S. You could dash up far S, like far S 2S. You could dash in 6p. It'll blow through high pokes. You could dash 2D into a gunflame because you'll hopefully be a counter. Not keep yourself safe. Not go on the low drones. You can IAD. You got a pretty good IAD to bring yourself down on the ground. You can Fafnir. And against Sin, you can also ban and bring. Ban and bring is pretty useful because it gets over. Gets over that. As long as you space it correctly. Yeah. So you can very much do way more in neutral with Soul's other tools like 6p, 2D, Fire S, Fafnir, IAD, Jump S. You can do so much more with those than just doing like a random Grand Viper. Because all they need to do all the other player needs to do is walk up slightly and then crouch block. And then you either have to spend 50 meter or you just die to like a 200 damage punish. And that's just how it's gonna work every time. And if you wanna like move up another level, you've really gotta stop doing Grand Viper. Like you've really gotta fight that urge to do Grand Viper, because it's gonna kill you. So after this is when you need to do a safe jump, a neutral jump, safe jump. So you do a 2D, and you kind of didn't hit confirm that either. You just did 2D. Like you could have just done 2K2S if you really wanted a low. Like if you're not gonna, you should be safe jumping. But if you want to do a low right now, then you should be doing 2K2S. But you want to be hit confirming into 2D, not just doing a raw 2D into Bandit Revolver. Because if you box the 2D Bandit Revolver, you get punished too easily. So instead, just you just do this. Do that. Don't just do this. If you're gonna do this, you might as well come back to your safe one. So do that. You can RC after 2K. Also understand you do have like, another thing to understand is when Sol has 50 meter, he like this tool. This combo at range turns into big corner carry and big damage. Every time. Like this. I'm doing a more advanced one, but something like that. Surprised it keeps working. You just get big damage, big corner carry, and 50 meter for that. It's really good. So whenever you get 50 meter, you should be really scary. And so this is what I mean by safe jumping. If you did a safe jump here, you would have blocked that. You would have blocked that DP, and there's actually a way to OS a punish against that and get like a 250 damage punish. I can show that if you really want to do it, but it's up to you. You want me to show you the 250 damage punish for a wake up reversal? Actually, no, I'll show it. I'll show you the potential of a safe jump. Alright. This is the potential of a save. Good. That's the potential of a safe jump against Sin. And the reason that works is because when a button whiffs, so imagine if this hits and I try to do a backdash. Like, the way to beat that, because it whiffs on a backdash. Most of the time you just want to block a DP, but in this case he can cancel it every time, so you need to actually not be there when he cancels it. You can't just block it. So if I do this while he's hitting, if I input a backdash while this is hitting, it's not going to come out. But if I whiff, because the DP makes this whiff, yeah? If I whiff, the backdash is going to come out. See?
You can just see, like, even with that, like, even out the burst super. So you also have to be immediate, you can't just do like jump in. But yeah. But yeah. That's like 300 damage punish easily. We can hit 6H. So that just shows you the potential of a punish on a Sin. With a safe jump. Are you still here, Nagato, or are you... I don't know, just say anything in a little bit. Bash. It's gonna be punish. You're lucky so I didn't kill you. He probably would have at least taken your burst there. You gold bursted. That's whatever. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? So you did gold burst here. First of all, you didn't need gold burst. You should have just waited until he like punished you or not. If he punishes you, then you burst. If he doesn't punish you, then you don't need a gold burst because you already have a lot of meter. So a gold burst is like a wasted potential here as well. But then you dash up, and you're at this range where you could do Gunflame YC. Like, you dash up so far, you could do Gunflame YC right now. Or you could just go into this range and do, like... Actually, no, Gunflame YC is probably what you would be doing here. And then you can do Fire S, Fire H if they try to Big Driver RC and then take Big Corner carry off that. So you don't have to do this. Like, doing this is so questionable. Like, you just wasted all your meter on Soul. Who doesn't need to do that? Like, you can get 200 damage for free from Fire S, Fire H. Like, let me just show you. Like, if this gets blocked, you just walk up and do more pressure. If this gets blocked, he's probably gonna punish you. So, you know. This gets you 200 damage combo if it hits. Or it gets you free pressure if it doesn't. This is super questionable. So in this situation, if I had to replicate everything that just happened, after that burst, should have done this. Then you could have done something like a jumping dash, or like an IAD, or you could have dashed in and done like a 2D, with the Gunflame, or a 6P. If the 6P was counter hit, then you'd be able to Bandit Bringer or chase it down. I'll show you like the two punishes. We will show the two combos for Bandit Bringer. I mean, after 6P. Okay. This is the first one. I do this one a lot more often, but this is the other one. This work anywhere. And in the corner. So like standing like a counter hit. Wait, I'll show you the counter hit 2D. I don't know if you know about the counter hit 2D. This is what happens if you have a counter hit 2D. You can just see like, yeah. It's a bit harder when we're at this range. When you're this far away. Anything you can do is something like this. Just H jump, and then shit goes wild there. Obviously. Yeah, it just shows you like he gets so much corner K, he gets so much damage off these counter hits. He gets so much damage off counter at 6 H. If he gets a Fafnir, then yours like if he's this far away. He's mid-screen. So stuff like that. That shows you there's so much potential that you haven't really done because you keep doing Grand Viper, you keep doing these random supers. You have so much meter. You're missing out so much counter potential. You're missing out so many confirms that could do you so much more. And that have so much more even if they don't work. Like look at this. Look at what Azerothian did. He did big driver RC. If it hit, he could. I don't. No, if it did hit, he'd be able to do 6H. He'd be able to dash up 6H and combo off it for a big damage combo. But because it's blocked, he just walks up and does pressure. That's what you could be doing with 5H. Of course, you jump out, but if you could have trapped here. You could have kept you here. Like you have to take all this. These usual jumps are okay, I guess. That was okay. I would have liked to see Fires a bit more. You're much like 5k. If you're in range for 5k, that's good. But poking with 5k at this range when you don't have dash momentum is not good. Poking with Fires or 2S or something else would be a lot better here. Like Fires gunflame or something, you know. He just outpokes you there. You're not really pressing your strong buttons. If you dashed in here, if you continue this dash, and if you continue this dash into 2D gunflame or 6p, you probably would have counter hit it. If you continue this dash and did Fire S, you would have Fire S 5H a bit early, not too deep, but early enough so it would have hit him. You probably would have hit him before he did his big driver. Does a Grand Viper, didn't safe jump, did 2D. This is punishable. He could throw this. If he stand blocked this, he would have thrown this. What happened here? Then you did 2p. You did 2p, and then you try to do a 6p, but you're a bit too far. You're a bit too far up to Bent Revolver, so you need to be a bit closer for that. Or you could have just dashed up and done a wild throw. Or you could have just done 2s 6h or something. Nice, that's good. So this gunflame hits up to the YC, and there's so much blocks on you. You gotta kind of chill a little bit more after this. Like after this if this gunflame was blocked, you could have done like a neutral jump or something maybe. Like this gunflame just gets you in. It doesn't really set up. It's a bit hard to set up. Stuff here. You could do this. You could jump. You know? You could do that. Which what you try to do is this, and it's not going to work because there's so much block stuff. That's too obvious. You have to wait too long. Like another thing you have to realize is I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure that if I don't do 2p here after this, it's gonna whiff. But if I do 2p here after it hits, it's not gonna be a block from gunflame anymore. So, you know, definitely be doing stuff like that, where you just Try not to use Gunflame all the time to do Wild Throw. You can also use you can dash in, follow it up, and use 2P and then do it for a Wild Throw, stuff like that. Man, this is the first round still. How long did this go for? I think he lost 2-0, so shouldn't go too long. What happened here? He just get punished. We're gonna start 2D, that's okay. It's not bad. You back off. You have to understand that he's kind of winning at this range. Until you get into Fire's range, he's kind of winning. He can like eat at this range. He can do a lot of things at this range. He's perfectly fine to be at this range. You just eat and he'll do stuff. And if you try to move in, he'll big drive you. So you're kind of losing until you get into Fire's range. You do an IAD, you do the jump S. He kind of goes underneath, so yeah. Be careful. 2S. If that 2S was a 6, if that 2S went to a 6H or that 2S, after this 2S, you could have really done dashed up and then done like a 5k or a 2p, or you could have dashed up and done a wild throw, or you could have tried to frame trap with the delayed 6H, like this. Like that would frame trap. Good. You know, good. Something like this. You can catch him jumping out with 5k, or you could wild throw. Or you could 5H maybe. I prefer 6H. Okay, frame trap with Fire S. You can do this. Because you are +2 after this. Also, if you could do, you don't have to just end pressure with gunfire. Like as soon as you did this, it's kind of over. Pressure kind of ended, sort of. I think you could have gone for this with like the Fire S, but I at this range I would do 2S. Gunfire. Maybe at this range. Even then, I don't like that. Oof, I don't know about your best there. But if you did 6P or 2D, you probably would have won there. Yeah, you did 2S. If you did 6P or 2D, you would have won there and got a big counter hit. Wake up 5k, be questionable. Because he could have muted you. You double jump back? I don't know what that was. If you're in this range, don't double jump away. Like you're at a good range. You're at your range. You know? If you press 5k and this works, make sure that 5k goes into 2S. Make sure that 5k goes into 2S, now you're +2. And now you're in Far S range against the Sin. And now you're like your strongest range where you can beat Sin. And instead what you do is you just double jump backwards and now you're at his range. You just left your range where you were potentially plus. Now you're minus. And then you try to banner bringer in. He could have just like, you know, he could have just probably 6P'd at that range. He probably could have beaten out your banner bringer. And now you're at his range still. Then he gets out and I don't know what that was. Got a bit lucky with the right stamp. He could big driver all of these, by the way. He could big driver that, probably, and beat it. Just to show you. Sick. Sorry, my phone's gonna be a bit loud. Anyways, I just want to replicate that situation just to show you that you can big drive during gunplay. See that? You can get a bit closer. You'll just go straight through it. You gotta be careful. Misfiner and Big Driver, I just go straight through Gunflame. Beat it clean. Need to be careful. You could have 6p this. Also, you probably didn't verse with Sin with the good who's used 6p yet, but 6p is very fucking good. Like, I'll show you how good it is. Can I get salted up? Yeah. Okay. Sure, that's right. It's a bit awkward. That's like a lot of damage. He could do that. It's very easy for him to do that. You gotta be careful. Sorry, I'm just like super loud. Where was I? So yeah, gotta be careful with this because 6p is gonna lead to a lot of damage, so you gotta be very careful trying to IAD at the Sin all the time. It can't work there, but then you end up gunflaming out. You did 2p gunflame, so that's your pressure over. You could have done 2p dash up, or 2p 6p, or 2p 2s. You can keep doing more pressure. You don't have to, you know. You don't have to just end in gunflame, because when you do a gunflame with this range, you just ended it. You ended pressure and you can take his end back. Like, watch. He presses a normal and he kind of wins. Hang in the corner. Oof, you get I think he almost commented off that. And you bursted. Also, every time you right stamp at this range, or just in general, you could 6p like 150 damage at least, or 200 damage. So you need to be careful. So right stop isn't good. I don't know why you did 5k here. If the gunflame was meaty, then you could have just done 2p into other stuff. Doing 5k, whenever you do a 5k, that means you're trying to catch them jumping out, or you're just trying to use like a really long range normal that you can dash in with. But if they're stuck like that after a meaty gunflame on block, when they wake up into it, then you could just do like a 2p or a 6p or something. You don't have to, you have to do a 6k. Because that kind of ends your pressure. And you do this. You do 2 jumps back. If he big drivers right now, he probably would beat you. His big driver, if he charges up a big driver right now, he'd probably beat anything you did right now. Also, if he did a long range 6p, he might be able to catch you. But instead he backdashes, so lucky. Could be lucky there. He just wakes up to damage. Reset. Oh my god. Yeah. That was unfortunate. I think you tried to tech into a button, he just kind of destroyed you there. Like he accidentally did a miss input. Usually he doesn't. You shouldn't be doing a bull bash there, but it's kind of unlucky. His next game. So actually, I'll tell you right now though, you have done way less Grand Viper, I've seen, which is really good. You also haven't done. You've also done way less right stamp, and you've done way less break or dive kick. You haven't done too much bandit bringer, which is a bit more questionable in this matchup. But you're like doing that way less, which is good. You've improved a lot in situations like that. That's okay. Do stuff like this is fine. Although I don't like the fact that you get close, you do 2p, and then you jump back. You don't need to do that. As soon as you do that, Lacin's winning. You just main block a 2p and you're still in fire S range. You can do so much from here. You could do 2p 2s, or you could do 2p dash forward. You could 2p 6p. You know, I'm like being a dead horse here. You can do so much more from 2p range. As long as you're in fast slash range, like this is basically it. As long as you're in this range, he can't just big driver to keep you out. You can interrupt his big driver, you beat all of his buttons at this range, his fire, his 2s, his 2d, you beat everything. Because your button is faster. And if you have meter, then you turn this into damage. So at this range, you know, you do stuff like this. You can press with a sit. Do that. You can get them on the block. You can get them on the block with 2 layers, and you can dash up. You know. You do stuff like this. Don't jump away immediately. Don't use gunflame immediately. If you're gonna use gunflame, use it from further away. Don't do this, because that's your pressure over. This +2 just turned into a minus like 10 or something. Now he can punish you. If you're gonna frame trap, use 6p. Because if you block 6p, you just go to 2s. Like, look at this. Let's say you do this, you do a bunch of this, you dash, now you do your +2 again. Frame trap. Frame trap. No, safe. You can really delay cancel it, so you can confirm that it's a cancel. So you really don't need to, you know. You can really be safe. You can really continue the pressure. You can do a lot of stuff with that range. You don't have to jump away back into Sin's range where he wants to keep you out. This is a very unsafe IAD. Also, so first of all, doing a gunflame at this range won't do anything. He could just big drive you on reaction here. Easily. So that's mistake number 1. Then you try to IAD here, your 6p is probably going to beat you every time if he's aware of it, so that's another mistake. That being said, I do like that you're not doing Grand Viper. Doing a gunflame here and then doing an IAD here is a lot better than doing a Grand Viper or any other move. So that's a very good thing. So I gotta like give you props there. Even if it's like gonna maybe get you killed against like a super top Sin player, it's still very good what you're doing here. Which is not doing Grand Viper. It's a very... Yeah, you gotta kind of block all that low and wait for bull bash. Then you Grand Viper in. You don't do a safe jump, you do a meaty 5D, you're just gonna burst that here. If he could have 6-speed that. You could punch this? Yeah, he sort of does. Nice, I like his use of 3k. So what happened here? You bursted. If you're gonna do a gunflame while I see here, you need to dash a bit more. Like that needs to go a bit more than that because he's just gonna wait. First of all, he's gonna wait here. Second of all, if you try to walk behind the gunflame, he's just gonna big driver you. Like that. If you continue anymore, he will just big driver you. So you need to like dash a bit deeper for the gunflame while I see. And then second of all, I would say save your meter until you get 50 meter, because when you have 50 meter, then you're really scared at fire S range, which is where you're strongest. And now you can start dominating a Sin at that range. And you can start being really scary. Because like I said, you can do stuff like this. You can be like, now this is scary. Look at this, you pressure. Maybe you're gonna press a button immediately, so you just do this. And, big damage. And it's really easy to confirm into. Your Virus range, Virus 5H, you just RC it. Is this in general, or is this against a Sin, Nagato? And what do you mean by gunplay range? Do you mean like a range like this, or do you mean like a range where it would hit, or? So, I mentioned before, like the best ways Sol can get into his range, like he's got to kind of bulldog a little bit. So the safest ways you can do that, like the safest thing for a Sol player to do, this is the best thing that Sol can do, is to do this. Now he's in his range. You just made him block a fire S. So what you can do off this, you can do the 5H for gunplay, which is okay. But what I prefer, and what I think a lot of Sol players, like a lot of top Sol players do, is they do this. They make this whiff. And now they control the space, because they cut down the recovery, because this is too much recovery after this, and you have to go through a special bit. But if you do this, you do stuff like this. So you can literally just, if you're like this far, you just go like that. Like you're just controlling the space. And if they did counter poke you, you just do that. Yeah. So if you're at that range and you want to safely get in, you just gotta do a dash virus. You gotta do a dash virus. That's a safe way to get in. Now, more risky stuff you could do is you can do a jump first from H. You can do a dashing to the gunflame. You can do a dashing 6P to blow through the high poke, trying to stop it from getting in. You can Fafnir. You could ban a brain range in rare situations, but I wouldn't do it too much. Fafnir is a bit better. And then, after all of that, where you've understood your pokes and how to get in, you've got the bait game. This is where this gets good. So let's say a Sin tries to counter poke with that, yeah? It's gonna hit you, yeah? So what you can do is... See that? So if I'm dashing in my FD break, and he whiffs an attack trying to stop me from getting in, because Assault wants to get into this range. So what they want to do is they want to stop me from getting that range by preemptively poking me. Because as soon as I'm in this range, then I can just, continue a lot of pressure. I can also do this. And do this. So the more dangerous way to deal with that is poke like fire as and do that. Okay. 6p it. Like that. See that? Or 2D. You can also punch it like that, letting it whiff. But like I mentioned before, if you're dashing up and you're at this range, just do that. So you see that? Now they're scared of you, because if they whiff a normal, a long range normal to stop you from getting in, they could get counter hit by 6B, they could counter hit by 2D, it could whiff, and you could IAD in and punish them. So now they're scared to press the normal. So what are you going to do in a situation like this again? That. You're gonna get into your range here. Just gonna do this. Just get you back in your range because now they're scared to press buttons. So if they're not scared to press buttons, you just blow through them with stuff like this, that, or you AD over it, or you let it whiff and. Also do stuff like this. Also, you don't need a whiff punish all the time. So an example of footsies with this is footsies by the way, this is straight up footsies. So let's imagine you're versing a Sin here. You're dashing in, make that whiff. So what you could do is you could press Virus again, but he's minus. I'll show you. See that? So if he tries to recover with another Fire S after Fire S whiffs, then your Fire S, because you made his whiff, is going to hit. It's a bit hard to see, but what I'm doing is I'm stopping immediately. I'm baiting them. They think I'm going to run in, but I'm going to stop immediately. And then as soon as they try to press a button to stop me again, I could even do that. I just go back in. See, it'd be better if I get small dash momentum. Looks a bit better that way. Because I just do that. So do you kind of get the idea, Nagato, about that, or do you want me to explain a bit more? But that's just like the whole concept of footsies with Soul, because this virus is a 7-frame really fast novel that with 50 meters is really big damage, and it can control space really well with Virus 2S. The 2S can whiff, the 2S can hit, doesn't matter. But that's just the concept of footsies. Like that's like the big three of footsies. Like, will I run in and start my pressure? Will I wait to bait his normal and then run in? Will I run in and then get hit type thing? Like, I guess how it works. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Like, there is pressing a button to stop a dash. There is not pressing a button to stop being counterpoked and to stop whiffing a normal. Because if I'm trying to stop whiffing and whiff a normal, then I'm screwed for a little bit. Like, look at this. With Virus. Shit. Same as doing this. Like, my pressure's over as I do this. That's why I cancel it too. So I can do this. Now they're scared to press a button because they can't press a button after this. It's really scary to press a button after this. It's hard for them to press a button. Because if you press a button, I might just go do this. Like, if he presses a button after this, I might just do this. Or I could do this. Or I could be too far away that he presses a button. And then I just frame check with, I counterpick him with Fafnir. Do that. Or if he's scared to press a button, now I'm in. So the way it works, Nagato, is until you know your opponent very well, the first thing I would say is do long range frame traps like that. So if you're at this range let's just say you're poking. Like like the easy way to get in this is just do like a blow through of 6p for a counter or blow through with a 2D kind of flame. But if you want to play footsies and all that, you can. It's a bit safer to play footsies because it doesn't whiff and stuff like this might not get. This will lose to a low, and this could this has to be a bit deeper, but it also lose to like a good low. So it can be beat. These moves like this can be interrupted. But this is like safe, where you're just like, oh, am I gonna go in? Am I gonna go in? Am I gonna go in? Oh, I'm in now. I'm in now instantly. Also, here's another thing you can do. Like, look at this. Look at this. If I do this, fires 2S, and he presses a normal to stop me, I'll show you. I'll show you right now. See that? Sweep that. Okay, that one. It's a bit hard to show, cause it's a bit hard to replicate this, so I can't. But yeah, it's just a whole case of like whiff punishing and doing stuff like this, and if you have many, you just do tons of damage. But you know, I think I'm being a dead. I'm like going a bit too much. I might just go through this and get ready to finish this. Yeah, so right, Sam. Yeah, it's gonna lose to a big driver. I'll lose to a 6p and a big driver, and unfortunately, Sin's going to be doing big driver a lot against Assault, so yeah. I'm just going to be worried about that. You try to throw there, maybe 6H, he could have destroyed you for that, so you gotta be careful. Because you're minus safe, you didn't cancel that, you need to cancel that 6H into a gunfight just to keep safe. It would end your turn, but at least you're safe, because he probably could have punished you. Yeah, that's gonna, you didn't do the right punish, but how does this open you up? Just got open by hand. You need to do a better punch then. That was good. So you did round start fire S, yeah? It beat out his normal. Now if you did 5H, you could have done Gunflame. Or you could have done an I8 instant air dash after the 5H. You could also have done Fire S into 2S. And now you're at a range where you're at Fire S range and the 2S whiffs, so you're still kind of positive. Or you're still at a very good range where you can keep interrupting them and whiff punishing and shit like that. But just doing a Fire S and letting it whiff like that means you're negative. So you kind of just wasted your turn. Like you could have done Fire S 2S and then dashed up. Or Fire S 2S and wait for him to retaliate and then whiff punish it. Or Fire S 2S walk back Fafnir. Wait, I'll show you another example, something a bit simpler. That's why I like Fafnir, because you immediately go from back to just forward. Very good punch. That's why you'll see me do that. You'll see me do this a lot. Where I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I try to do this. I've noticed a lot of people before. I try to counterclick the other 2S. They're sick of me doing this. I just go in. Just like a bit better. Or I will punish them trying to interact with the back. So doing that, he could just XP you into big damage. So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. If you're gonna jump forward, you should IAD. You shouldn't do 2 jumps forward because that's like punish there. Gonna block your feet. Nice DP. A bit scary because of his range, but do a wild throw. Do the 2H too early. Make sure you delay it. You have all the time in the world to do the 2H. You could be thrown there, that's why you need to be doing a safe jump. Like, you could have teched that as well, so if he lands in the corner like that, then you manually time a safe jump and you can avoid being thrown. Nice, that's a nice jump B, just to keep yourself safe. Then he does, see, this is his footsies. So he dashes in and he does a 6P. So if you try to stop him from going in with a Fire S, then he beats you, and that's what you try to do. You try to stop him with a Fire S, but his 6P beats you. So that's why some 6Ps are very, very useful for just dashing in and blowing through the upper body inbound. Gunplay YC, that probably would have killed you right there. Ooh, yeah, see, now he's anti-airing you. See, keeps him safe, and this is just going to be scary as hell, yeah. Alright, so I think that concludes it. Do you have any questions, Legato, or have I given you some stuff to think about? Like, I can give you some more advice or something like that. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of helped you understand pressure and ritual a bit more, so you'll be able to like get in a bit better. Also, just let me know if you're there. If you're not, then I'll just have to close the stream. Okay. Do you know who the souls to watch are? That you can get like insight from, just in case? Okay, maybe you don't know the salt. Oh, okay, good. So yeah, Mochi, Haka, and Deb is also very good. So from America, Deb. From Japan, Mochi and Harkin. Also, you can watch Seraph. Seraph and Fairy's a bit of a wild boy, but Seraph is probably the best soul. Yeah, Seraph is. I'd guarantee say Seraph is the best soul in Australia. But from that, I'm probably going to give DXD some jams to watch. Alright. So, GG guys. I think I'm going to stop the stream now. I'll upload this as well. See you guys on Friday for the Newbie Tourney.